Hi there everyone, it's Hunter from Sightline Studios, bringing you the newest hero of the storm, Greymane, a sophisticated English gentleman with a wild side. Now, I've actually played this hero before, seeing as I went to BlizzCon 2015 and sampled him there. This will be not only a review of the new hero, but a comparison to what he was like at BlizzCon and how I enjoy him. The first talent I took is Viciousness, which increases Inner Beast duration to 4 seconds and also causes ability damage you deal to refresh the duration. This is really nice, seeing as you want to be maintaining a near 100% uptime on Inner Beast. And even though there is another talent in this tier, Wolfheart, that causes your basic attacks to also reduce the cooldown, meaning you can refresh it more frequently, if you're doing a good job of maintaining your uptime, the cooldown will deplete on its own and that won't be necessary, seeing as you're managing your minion damage well. The second talent I take is Thick Skin, which makes it so you temporarily take less basic attack hero damage when turning to your Worgen form. This is really useful, seeing as once you dive on an enemy in your Worgen form, you're quite vulnerable and often get targeted by the entire enemy team, seeing as your damage is quite formidable. This mitigates some of that problem. While not completely eliminating it, it certainly helps when your support's on top of things. For my level 7 talent, I took Wizened Duelist, which is pretty straightforward. Takedowns increase basic attack damage. Now that's wonderful, seeing as your basic attacks deal the brunt of your damage to enemy forces, so make sure that you're staying alive as to not lose these. It is, however, very important to know your boundaries as Greymane, and seeing as he has a bit of a low health pool, and these stacks are important to maintain in order to not waste this talent tier, you have to know when to back out of a fight. Level 10, I had the advantage of having some prior knowledge, seeing as I took Marked for the Kill at BlizzCon. Now, while it was really nice to have that vulnerability, it wasn't anything super special. The gap closer granted was great, but the damage wasn't remarkable. So for this game, I took Go for the Throat. 1, just to see how it played, and 2, because I think it might be the better ult. It's nice because it deals a nice burst of damage, and since you're mostly using your Worgen form to close the gap and secure kills that are already kind of guaranteed, this just makes it that much easier to do that, and you get the added bonus of a second use if you kill your enemy. So it's even more encouraged to go for those kills in your Worgen form while you can sit back and poke in human form. It just blends better with the playstyle and lends to a more well-rounded game. On the Prowl is my clear choice for level 13, seeing as it increases my movement speed by 30% when I've been an Inner Beast for 3 seconds or more, and thanks to a level 1 talent, we're guaranteed at least 1 second of increased movement speed. With proper management, you can give yourself a lot of uptime on that movement speed. It's important to maximize this so you get a proper disengage ability, because your actual disengage ability goes in a 6-second cooldown when you go to Worgen form and is often not readily available when the entire enemy team collapses on you. Alpha Killer is a very deadly level 16 talent, which makes it so that your basic attacks as a Worgen against heroes deal bonus damage equal to 3% of the hero's max health. This is great against tanks and higher health heroes. It's a flat 3%, so it's right off the bat twice as good as Raynor's Giant Killer and other heroes like that sort. It's very powerful and really encourages that playstyle of go for the kill in your Worgen form, which is really what we're going for. Add that 50% increased attack speed from Inner Beast and you've got a very dangerous hero in close quarters that will not soon be forgotten. For your level 20 Storm tier talent, you're going to take Tooth and Claw, which makes it so that Worgen basic attacks cleave for 100% damage. This is fantastic when you're attacking a high health hero like Arthas, Cho'Gall, Diablo, because that extra 3% bonus damage you get from your earlier talent is cleaving onto any lower health, squishier heroes nearby. Imagine dealing 3% of Cho'Gall's max health to a nearby Jaina. Since it's 100% of your basic attacks cleave, it is very powerful when heroes tend to collapse on you when you go for an attack. This talent's very strong and is not to be taken lightly. Morales was a fantastic pick for our support this game, thanks Tyler, because he was able not only to heal me constantly, which is a lot of damage I was taking, but also Stim Drone was simply beautiful. That increased attack speed, plus Inner Beast, plus the flat 3% increased damage meant I was ripping through heroes, and there was really not much they could do to slow me down. All in all, I had just as much fun playing Greymane today as I did playing at BlizzCon, which was a lot of fun. He's a great hero who does a surprising amount of poking despite the fact, he's a werewolf. But you'll often find that your Worgen form is really used best for confirming kills, while you want to spend the majority of your time in your human form poking to lower their health. But once you pop that Worgen form on a low health enemy, they're toast. You have not only your first gap close, but also your ult, so it's very hard for them to escape you. That, your increased damage, makes to be quite a formidable foe. Maybe the only person who can escape you is, Lunara, because she's ridiculous, but that's alright. You'll kill her too with a little bit of work. And that 30% movement speed buff is very important to maintain, as well as that increased attack speed. So work extra hard to keep Inner Beast up at all times. Use minions to your advantage in this regard, because shooting them will also maintain the uptime while you're chasing heroes who could be fleeing. And you may not lose much of the gap, seeing as you have that increased movement speed. So don't be afraid to break the chain of shooting the hero to get a minion if it means you can maintain your Inner Beast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And I'm off to have tea time with Greymane.
You think us allies? Once this is done, I'll kill you too.
This is my kill.